Hi and welcome to this video. I wanted to let you know that I just released my Tailwind CSS bootcamp on Udemy. It is live. The link is in the description if you want to go ahead and check it out and perhaps support me so I can create more courses, better courses. And the bootcamp, as the name suggests, is about only Tailwind CSS. So we are going to talk about the essentials of Tailwind CSS. Of course, before talking about Tailwind CSS, I have provided six different videos for HTML overview and CSS overview, where we're going to talk about the beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels for HTML, along with code examples and explanation. And then we're going to do the same thing for CSS to basically provide you with a refresher for HTML and CSS. So in the bootcamp itself, we are going to talk about Tailwind CSS essentials, and there is going to be a lot of coding exercises, interactive coding exercises, where you can basically practice all the concepts that you immediately learn, and you don't have to leave the Udemy environment. You can practice right in the Udemy interactive editor. And then we are going to go to the components roadmap. So the first roadmap is the essentials. The second one is the component, where I have done something different. I'm starting to teach design a little bit as well. So we're going to talk about Flexbox and Grid, but we're not going to jump straight into code. We're going to talk about them in the context of an application, which is called PinPot. It's a free and open source design app that you can use. You can just search for PinPot and you're going to see it's pinpot.app. And in there, what I've done is we're not going to talk about the actual, all the intricacies of PinPot, but we are going to talk about how we can visualize Flexbox, how we can visualize Grid, because I feel like these technologies, even though they are created to solve a lot of problems, they have become sources of a lot of problems themselves. So I wanted to show you how these technologies, how they work, what are their inner workings without thinking about the code. So when you learn Flexbox, you don't have to worry about the code first. You first understand it. And then you know whether or not you need to use Flexbox or what kind of problems or layout issues Flexbox or Grid is used to solve or to remedy. And then we are going to jump into code, and we're going to code Flexbox and Grid in Tailwind CSS. And after that, we talk about the DOM tree, or document object model tree, where I'm going to show you how different HTML elements are interconnected and what are their different relationships, how you can use these relationships to your advantage, how you can craft better relationships. We're going to talk about component architecture as well, where we are going to take a look at components very closely. What are their inner workings? What are the intricacies involved with components? And then we are going to create 5 components with CSS Grid and 4 components with CSS Flexbox. The same components, so you have a perfect idea of how to tackle a single layout from both perspective of Flex and then the perspective of Grid. And after that, the third roadmap for this bootcamp is the projects, where we're going to create 3 fully fledged real-world projects. The first one is a portfolio website where we have a lot of sections. We talk about beginner to intermediate Tailwind CSS concepts, layouting concepts, and then how we can structure our project, how we can get started with the development of Tailwind CSS on our local machine. And then in the second project, we talk about how we can basically target and implement dark mode for a website. The second website is the financial services website, and the third and final website or project for this bootcamp is a band portfolio. You can think of it like a portfolio for a music band, where we talk about a little bit more advanced animations of Tailwind CSS, along with Tailwind CSS, how Tailwind CSS works with pseudo elements. So this is like a proper breakdown of what we are going to basically cover in this bootcamp. And on top of all of that, you will have access to documentation. So all the code that is within the bootcamp, from the essentials all the way to the projects, everything is properly documented. You can find the link for the GitHub in the description as well. You can go ahead, you can take a look at the repo for this bootcamp. The code is open sourced. It is open sourced under MIT license. You can use it, but I would really appreciate it if you jumped into Udemy and if you supported me by purchasing the bootcamp. And of course, before purchasing the bootcamp, please go through the videos so you know that it is the bootcamp for you. We are going to start from a very, very beginner level, and we're going to move step by step towards a professional Tailwind CSS developer. And that is it for this video. See you in the next one.